What's good, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Talk Your Shit with Trap. And if this is your first time seeing Talk Your Shit with Trap, this is our interview show where we sit down with artists, entrepreneurs, people who got things going on that they want to talk about and we want to talk about with them, get some promo going. You know how it goes. And today we are here with musical artist c.r.joker. What's good, bro?
Joker, right? Yeah. What's up?
How you doing today, my brother?
I'm doing good, man. Blessed. Got to wake up another day.
I swear, I feel that.
Man. Gotta be happy for those type of things because not everybody gets it. So I get it, bro. Man. But we're gonna get into the interview tip, and this is your first time sitting down with us, so we want our audience to get to know you, of course. So what made you, first off, let's start off with your music. Like, what made you want to get into music? Like, what made you start music?
What made me start music? Okay, so while growing up, I was like around my family. My family always been like in love with music, and like I would sit there. And my grandma got arrested, so Billie Jean Rapley, she used to sit there and like the old VHS tapes. Like I used to see the Ed Sullivan Show and stuff like that. And funny thing was, my dad was a rapper too. He was a rapper from South Carolina, Florence, South Carolina, and his name was Joseph, bro. But he sit there. I used to listen to him and watch him do the process of making music. And the thing was, like, it was like when I first started making music, it was during the time, like, a dark spot in my life. I was going through a lot of mental issues. And what happened was I sat there and I was just listening to beats. And I was just like, I want to basically like tell the world my story of what I've been going through and stuff like that. Okay. And like all my music is all dealing with like personal. Like it's always been something like I use music like almost like a therapy session for me to like fully let it out. Because I know Kenny, he heard one of my songs. What was the song you heard? I'll Be Fine.
Yeah. I don't heard I don't heard pretty much all the ones you got on YouTube.
Yeah. Thank you, man. And it was basically like I want to use my music as a way for me to like show it's not wrong to really show your feelings,
right?
Or show like, hey, everybody go through something, and hopefully people when they listen to my music they say, hey, this person, he's showing himself, and it's okay to actually show yourself.
Right. And it's crazy that you bring up I'll Be Fine because that's on one of my things to talk about. Because we was listening to that, me and Miles, when we was like, just listen to your music and things that you sent me, the music you sent me. And that was one of them that caught us definitely. We was like, yo, this is some shit that you gotta be going through some shit to make. Like, so is that what that was with that song? Mm-hmm. Like at that time, can you want to talk about that? Like what inspired that song?
That song, I'll Be Fine. So I'll Be Fine. I'm not gonna name drop or anything, but I'll Be Fine. It was going like basically I was sitting there and like you have that the certain heartbreak and you try to cope or get over it. So the song basically came out. The song, I was sitting there like that friend sent me the beat and I was sitting there, I was just like, I really want to say something and just like let it out. And the basically was like me trying to get over the jealousy, somebody you really loved and they basically just dropped you off. And basically just the song was basically me just trying to tell myself like, hey, you will be fine. Like, yes, like in the one song is jealousy, it always gonna kill me, it's killing me. And I use it as like me basically coming to terms with myself, like basically trying to come at peace with the whole situation.
Okay. And you was bringing up how your music was helping you like deal with things like with your mental health and things like that, especially nowadays, how it is like, for more men, especially Black men, we don't talk about our emotions as much, and we don't express as much, vent as much, so with your music, you're saying that helps you as an outlet to do that.
Yeah.
So do you look at yourself as one, like you're trying to be that artist to show people that's what you can, it's okay to just vent and express yourself?
Yeah. Basically, I want people to be fine. Like it's okay to actually tell people how you feeling and stop holding it in. That's one thing, like, growing up as a kid, you sitting there, you feeling pain and hurt, pops or grandpa, you say, hey, bro, be quiet, just keep moving. Instead of you actually saying what's wrong. I think that's what's wrong. Most everybody, like, it's like, like the suicide rate.
Right.
Because we did, like, you probably had a homeboy or a family member just came out of nowhere, committed suicide, and you never knew what they really was going through.
Mm-hmm.
We waited we don't know until like around the end. Instead, we could have wished that they would have talked about their feelings and we could like cope, like help them cope with it.
Right.
Facts. And then like I don't even think that, because one thing people got to realize about emotions, bro. Emotions is like they gonna come out.
Right.
So I don't think we like as black men. I don't think we have a problem expressing them. I feel like we don't have any constructive outlets to express them. You know what I'm saying? Because when this nigga is hunting ops and trying to kill niggas look just like him or setting niggas up, that's, you know what I'm saying? That's something within them that's projecting out right there.
Yeah.
No, I said that. Oh, go ahead, bro. My bad.
Oh no, I was just saying. I just think it's. I don't know. Like people feel like they maybe it's. I don't know if you've necessarily gone through this, Chris, but like I know certain people just they feel like anytime they have opened up, and I could like relate to that. Like anytime I have opened up to others that I thought would like either reciprocate it and like give me some feedback or something, like it's always never been the same as how I would thought it would go in my head. Right. I would feel like it was like pointless. Like, why did I even do this at the end of the day?
And I do feel that. I do feel that because it'd be like basically you just feel like, what's the point even telling somebody?
Right. They're not gonna care. Right. You could have kept that to yourself, and you know what I mean? That's because honestly, that's how I view it. Like I get other people have to like get it off, but me, I feel like I just don't like to stress other people with my shit. Plus, I don't feel like much people give a fuck too much about what I have to personally go through. So I'm not gonna put it on nobody else. Plus, I know others got their own shit, and you know what I mean. I don't know. Maybe I just think I could work out myself and all that. But.
And then, Miles, you got to think, bro. That shit inherited. Like we learned, like like bro was just saying about his like granddad and shit, bro. Like you got to think, back in the day, when women couldn't get certain jobs and shit, you got to think, goddamn, when you get home at 5, 6 in the evening, whenever, you done dealt with the world all day long. You don't have to get, you know what I'm saying, attacked, beat on, all that by the world all day. Then you come home, your wife pissed off because she ain't exactly doing her ideal living situation that she imagined for herself. So now that shit clashing. So niggas is used to just tucking it. Like, and I'm finna get me a 6-pack. I'm gonna go home, relax. Fuck it, I'll be all right. Right. But after 30 years of that, how do you really feel? You see what I'm saying?
No. And y'all basically said everything I was going to say, because that's all I hear is like people, especially that's why I brought up black males, because it's usually my homies or some shit like that are usually like, they don't talk about their shit because what's the point? You know what I mean? So it's like, but like both of you guys said, if we had that outlet to do that, you know, like music or something that they were good to put that in, they probably would express more. If they had somebody that would actually give a fucking listen, like bro said, then they probably would do that more. But it's like, if you feel like that every day, especially as a man, because we, like you said, we were brought up to believe, just move on and keep it pushing. Yeah. So everything y'all said is exactly what I was going to say. So I agree with all that. But so you're in Albany, right, bro?
Yeah, I'm in Albany.
Okay, so how do you feel about the Albany rap scene right now? Like, where you're like, do you feel like it should be more collaborating? Like, how do you feel about it overall? Like, are you deep into it with it? Like, do you pay attention to the other players in the game?
I pay attention to some of them, and the thing was, like, I do wish that like more people would come together, like, you know, set certain things up, because I think like the only way for Albany to grow is for everybody to actually work together.
Right.
Yeah, because I mean, yes, everybody wants to make it. Everybody wants their music to be heard, but you know, sometimes I think it should be like a team effort, because if everybody, you know, put everything together, they can bring more eyes to Albany.
Right. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, because like you want, like, yes, you want your chance. Yes, you probably don't want this person to get that chance before you, but I learned that just be patient, is wait your turn. But if you work hard like you should and everybody work together, everything will come to light.
It's true. That's definitely true. Because ever since like I started the podcast, I say this to everybody, it seems like I start seeing more people, more talent and stuff. And it's like you don't realize how much talent it is until you like really engulfed into the scene, or like seeing people in the scene. And it's like if everybody was to work together or found some way it could work together and collaborate, Albany could be something bigger. You know what I mean? Because there is a lot of talent in Albany. And that's just not even on the music tip. It's just other stuff. Like if everybody worked together in some type of way, like look all these other scenes, Chicago and all of them, like the interviewers with the rappers around there, and then they get big doing interviews with them, and then you got the photographers out there, whoever doing shoots or video, the directors doing music videos for them out there, then they get big off they shit. Like
TJ, but you know niggas mentality, bro. Like we grew up with these niggas. They ain't changed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
and that's the sad part.
Niggas feel like fuck. As long as my team is winning or my team straight, then fuck the other side. Like that's how niggas feel. Not understanding that music is goddamn. It's recorded, and I don't mean like vocally. It's recorded. Like the stats of music is kept regionally. You see what I'm saying? So really, it's this area versus other areas. But niggas be thinking like, oh, I'm from 2 streets over. Fuck them niggas. You know what I'm saying?
But look, I'm not even from Albany, and like I see it, and it's like there's niggas out there with platforms. You know what I mean? That could put niggas out there that has a worldwide platform. Niggas around the world supposedly had it, and niggas didn't fucking try to put nobody from the city on there to promote, you know what I mean, and get everybody in the city bigger. He could have, nigga could have, motherfuckers could have had, you know what I mean, could have had like art, like, you know what I mean, like paid promotion for artists and shit, like, you know what I mean, or art, like niggas that actually do art, or, you know what I mean, like the rappers, like, you know, put their freestyles up on there, like, you know what I mean, but nigga was, you know what I mean, it obviously seemed like it was a scam, but, you know what I mean, so niggas ain't always for the betterment of the.
And that's another thing. It's like you get a lot of people that act like they're for the betterment of all,
bro. Because niggas don't have a problem with oppression. Niggas just want to have a turn to be the one do the shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like niggas just want to be the top dog. They ain't got no problem with the system. They not trying to change. Like I'm trying to realign the whole way that we look at this shit. But they just want to be the one at the top that get like they want to get an artist a bad 360. They don't want to stop 360s. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, man.
Look at Mace.
Right.
You do all that bitching about Diddy, and then you go on a national televised podcast and you brag about signing a fucking grown ass man for $5,000.
Right, and then say he owes you all this money.
It's about what he owe you because you gave him $750 later. Fuck that. When I signed to you, you gave me 5 racks. Nigga, it's a pair of shoes that the man could have went and bought and he would have been broke.
See, I'm glad you brought that up.
Shoot, you can't even get a good car with that.
Right.
$5,000.
Right. But I'm glad you brought that up. So like would you want to be independent or would you rather sign to a major label if it came to it? Or would you rather, because it seems like there are some people out there that go independent and do pretty good for themselves, but some people feel like that major label is what needs them to get, you know, that major backing because you're going to get the marketing with it.
Yeah.
You know
what I mean? I know everybody say they want to be independent, but I'm not against signing. Like, honestly, like I would, like just to help me get the platform. And like you said, like get the money machine behind you. Yes, I would love to get signed. I mean, I'm not going to like, I would like to like, before I sign, I'm going to read like the contract and everything and make sure that I don't get, you know, messed up around the end. Like basically.
Right. Okay. Question. I just a 2-part question for you, CR.
Yeah. What's up?
Okay. The first one. You say you don't mind signing to a major. Well, it's not really a question. It's kind of like my point of view. Like, honestly, I feel like with your sound in the area you at, you have to sign. The independent grind is going to be ridiculous from Albany making the type of music you make. You know what I'm saying? But the type of music you make, if that's put in the hand of, you know, the right people, because it's definitely a market for that shit out there. You know what I'm saying? It's just not the market that you live in.
It's just not in Albany at all.
Right.
Like, you know,
that's why I did
that was the first part. And then secondly, I see you said something about, no, not something. I see you said that you make sure that you're not getting fucked over or anything. Okay, question, because I seen this, I seen Rick Ross say this. I done seen a couple, Gilly the Kid say this. I done seen a couple people say this, that like they were so fucked up that their plan was like they not, because I think it's a big misconception that a lot of these rappers ignore contracts. I don't even think that they do. I think a lot of them niggas be in a desperate situation, so they feel like, yeah, I know this contract fucked up, but this just mean I got to do X, Y, and Z to pay these niggas back fast as I can so I can get out of it. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, because so, I do get what you're saying.
Do you feel like it's wrong for an artist to take a bad deal to boost himself and then buy himself out? Say like something like a Money Man did or like a Nipsey did with Epic, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like Nipsey known for being independent, but he literally came, like he got a record deal with Epic, then got his freedom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
and jump out there independent.
I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with that because they already had the plan in motion. Like, you know, they do it, like you said, they did in the beginning by the way out so they can prosper by themselves, basically. Like you said, like, hey, like if that came up to it, yes. And I do agree with you when you say that, like, yes, because most of us, like, yes, like who's gonna turn down? All right, I got owe you $2 million, but I'm gonna give you $1 million right now. Who's gonna really turn that down?
Right.
And then rappers be forgetting, bro. Like most of these rappers who contract be bad, your album ain't sell shit.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like you're getting what you're actually worth at the end of the day. So it's like,
or not even what you're worth, but you have to think like I'm starting to see it like
you're an investment.
Yes, you're a nobody.
You're an investment. Yeah,
we're taking you from zero. If like big artists get good deals because they have leverage.
Right.
It's not a big risk it's not as big of a risk that a company is taking. Only 4% of signed artists pan out for the label. 4%.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So everybody, like, I feel like a lot of artists, like, they hurt themselves listening to the shit that these rappers put out there. When sometimes you gotta pay attention to the shit they don't say. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was so easy to be independent, every year you wouldn't see a new rapper talking about I'm trying to get out of my contract.
Right. So,
and then we gotta play the game like them, bro. It's loopholes in every contract, both sides. You just gotta know how to exploit them bitches, honestly.
Yeah,
exactly.
You see what Chief Key did? This nigga kept getting in trouble. Okay, y'all gonna release me? Bet. Glow Gang Entertainment.
Bet.
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, my question to you, CR, is so about so we was talking to, I think it was Los De Niro. He was on the show with us. Go check that interview out as well. And we was talking about how like artists being more into the social media game now, you know what I mean? Being more active on social media because, you know, we have that now, you know what I mean? Where you can do more things. You could just do a TikTok or anything. Everybody gonna see it, you know what I mean? Dancing to your song, whatever. Do you feel like you need to be more active, or do you feel like you're active enough for your where you want to be or where you're trying to get to?
Actually, right now, because I know I used to be not really big on social media, but now I'm actually starting to learn that, yes, even though I don't like really using it that much, I gotta learn how to actually use it to my advantage.
Right.
Right now, I started like 2 weeks ago. I started a TikTok, like I posted like my snippets or something like that on there. Also, like I'm trying to post more, like post on my story, try to be more consistent.
Right. Yeah, because you know, this day and age, that's what it's all about. You got to stay in people's faces. You got to stay in people's faces until you get to that point. Until you get to that point where you can do like what Kendrick does or these other niggas do, where they can go away for years and everybody still anticipate when they gonna drop something. But you got to stay active some type of how, you know what I mean? So
yeah, because you can't, because like nobody can be like a Kendrick or Uzi or somebody where they're just like, I'm not gonna post, I'm just gonna be quiet for like years. Then I'm about to drop an album, everybody run to it.
Right. You gotta be some special somebody to do that type of shit.
I honestly think you could build like a cult fan base though. Like the genre you're in, you have people that like go nuts. Those are the people that fucking they buy shit like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? You see how Juice WRLD skyrocketed so quick? Like that lane, like there's so many people that can relate to the type of shit you talk about. You know what I mean? And like everyone's been through that. You know what I mean? Like everyone hasn't toted a gun, you know what I mean? But everyone's felt something.
Right.
So like, and you bring that, and niggas, when you make people feel, you know what I mean? Like how you really want them to, they're really gonna fuck with you. And as a person, like they know you're genuine with it. Like it all work out in time, you know what I mean?
It's just like, I think it's just like what Kenny said. It's like Albany is not that place at that, you know what I mean? Because they're like,
bro, like it's because you like it's because you grew up there. Like if niggas know you're home, like most niggas, they probably see bro like, oh, that nigga used to wrestle. That's the nigga work at, you know what I'm saying? He works at such and such.
Yeah.
That's all they see. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but if you was to go,
I'm 25. Like, you know how long it took before niggas stopped seeing me as the nigga used to play football?
Yeah. I still get that. I still get that. I'm 27. I still
you
have people talk about
the
my
niggas want to talk about high school wrestling. Bro, we gonna be 30. What the fuck are you talking about?
Right. Like, nigga, I'm doing something totally different now. But I mean, you know, I fuck with your music. We was listening to it and everything. So it's mad dope. I fuck with what you're doing.
And I love the videos, bro.
Right. Yeah, those videos are mad dope. Yeah, the videos are dope. So like,
I forgot to say that earlier. I love the videos.
Speaking of videos and stuff like that, so like, who do you be working with like to get the videos done?
Well, I'm blessed because my dad has a video company. Okay. So he does have cameras. Then my main person I've been going through though now lately is like the latest videos is my friend Levi. Okay. And like he told me like he saw that I was really serious about music and he saw that I really wanted to put my stuff out there. So what he did was he's like, Chris, I'll do your videos for you. And he's been doing a great job.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Great job.
Hell yeah.
Like, so how do you do your beat selection? Because your beats are wild.
Beat selection, I basically go with feel. Like I just like, I get like certain people that make beats.
Okay.
And I'd be like, hey, just send me wherever you have. They're like, what? I said, just send. Well, I sit there. I would be like, like you said, no, do what you need to do. I would sit there after work, try to clear my head. And I'd be like, all right, let me just listen to different beats. And what I do is I see certain ones and I just pick them out. I never really go for a specific sound in my beats. Like I go for what like the vibes, what I feel for.
Right. Okay.
Are you a big writer?
Yeah, I was
honestly, it depends on the song itself. Okay. It depends on the song itself. Like I told you, I go by vibes. Mm-hmm. Certain songs like I'll Be Fine. I'll Be Fine was not written at all. It was basically
like you bleeding out.
Like basically bleeding out.
And that's what it sounds like. It sounds like that too. It sounds like that. Like
yeah. Also like the song I just released, Lonelyville.
Yeah.
The only part, like I think I written like one part because I got stuck. So I had to sit there and write it down, try to get what I really wanted to say. Like I said, Promise So Bad, Bob can fix it. That part, when I went there, that part was written. I actually written that part a little bit. But the hook and everything else was basically just come out, like wherever comes out.
Now, is there anything like you use to like help either write or like freestyle? Like do you like drink? Like is it like smoke? Is there anything you think you need to like get in the zone? You know what I mean?
I do. I have been staying away from it because I used to like drink, I'd be in the studio, I'll give me a nice drink or something, or my homeboys come around, give me a nice blunt or something. It's just something just to mellow me out because my brain, sometimes with my brain, I overthink things too much. That's always been me, I overthink. And like I said, that's something I'm still working on. But what I do is I use those to help me like basically try to clear my mind and try to get out what I really want to say.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so like with because you give me real Juice WRLD type vibes with it, with your music and stuff. It's that type of, genre of music. Do you feel like when you make it big, do you feel like you're gonna have to overcome that? Do you want to overcome that stigma of like this is the only type of music you can make?
Because I swear I was gonna ask him that. I was gonna be like, to the average listener, like, what separates you from just being like,
right,
this nigga
another Juice WRLD? You know what I mean? Like you want to be another Juice WRLD. Like do you want to venture? Do you think you're eventually going to venture into other parts of that music, like pop? You know how like when niggas go mainstream, they go pop or stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm going to I've been working that's why when I get to that point, I'm going to venture out more because yes, I want to be able to once I make it, I want to be able to separate myself.
Right.
Separate myself because I know eventually most people they go for the quick fix, but I want to have longevity. Like I want to be able to when you hear c.r.joker, that name is going to be something that's going to be going on for years instead of just being the fad of the year. You got to represent the fad, or they make the money or something, then they just go away.
Yeah, because I was thinking that I was like, because a lot of people these days, this is another copycat this, or this is another, you know what I mean, and that's what messes them up. You know what I mean. So how are you going to be able to break away from that to be like, no, I'm not better than Juice WRLD, but I have something that you can listen to that is going to make you feel even, you know what I mean? Feel that too, to where it's, I guess you could say better.
But, I'm trying to think about that. Hold on. It's that was a good question. What I'm gonna have to do is I might just to venture out, y'all been listening to most of my music, most of it been emotional or something like that, or sad. So basically I'm gonna venture out into try something new. I want to try more of the the alternative rock and the pop aspect of music. Because that's why I tried with Loneville. I tried that different sound with the the guitars. So I'm trying to venture out into that more.
Right.
Then hopefully that can help me out. I get there a little bit more.
Yeah, because that's definitely when I was listening to your music, I was thinking that I'm like, he can definitely go into some type of rock genre as well with it. That would definitely pick up another fan base. You know what I mean? Because I mean, we come from Albany, it's predominantly, black. We're trying to appeal to our demographic, but those, you know what I mean? The other side, they gonna help you get there too. You know what I mean? Especially with the
I feel like he's like a Uzi.
Shit,
right, that's what I'm saying. Like a Uzi.
They gonna help you more.
Right. Like there was one song, like, you know what I mean? Like, think about Cudi. Me and Miles was listening to one of your songs. It was like, just like some Cudi, you know what I mean? Kid Cudi can, you know what I mean? You can venture into different worlds and still be who you are. You know what I mean? It's all about getting that name out there of c.r.joker. Like you said, you want that longevity of that name. So that you have that genre, you have that sound of music where it can do that. You know what I mean? And grab other people other than just us.
Right. Like you made the type music like you keep got that developing and shit. You made the type music motherfuckers be at shows crying and shit.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like really feeling that shit. Like that I'll be fine shit. Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like if you playing that shit on some like at a show, I'm pretty sure you have some motherfuckers in the crowd like feeling that shit.
I can see like mad,
you know
like us, like I'm talking like that's a very big market for that.
Right.
Like that's never gonna go out of style. Like people will never stop feeling. You know what I mean? Nobody's gonna have an emotion.
Do you perform a lot?
I actually started like I'm trying to venture out and more perform because I'm trying to see like my job and everything. I'm trying to venture out into trying to do more shows. Like I did do my first performance in the Juneteenth concert they had, or the festival they had down here. I was able to perform there. That's why I was able to perform. It was nice because I had to get over the first performance. I was nervous, but what I did was right before I did, I said, "Hey man, this is something you really want to do." So suck it up and just go out there on the stage. So I want to do more. I want to do a lot more performing this year.
So it's some, I've been meaning to ask with this because we're all trying to make it. This is our beginning stages of where we're trying to be at. So we have regular lives, and you know what I mean? Like we have jobs, we have things. So how are you able to balance all that? You know what I mean? Like what helps you balance your being able to do music, but you still got to work, bills still got to get paid. You know what I mean? Right. Yeah, exactly. So being a dad, I understand that. So being a dad, like trying to balance all that.
What I have to do is like basically do time management. That's why I always have to do like certain days, like when I'm at work. And we know when I do spend time with my son, I'm with my son. But what I do is I always have to like, basically I'm trying to I learned as I grow up, you have to have time for yourself. Basically, that time for myself is me for music, basically. And yes, it might be an hour or 2 hours during the day, or it might be 2 hours after 2 days, but I'm trying to make sure that I have more time for it. So basically, I try to do better with my time management.
What a shit I got.
So do you feel like, or like, do you have a plan to work to the point where you can give 100 to music? Because I don't know, like right now, it's like music is like a lifestyle. Like even myself, like I did music for years, but I kind of took a step back because I realized I wasn't giving what it took, you know what I'm saying, to go exactly all the way there. So is there anything you feel like you could change in your life that'll help you, give more to music?
As right now,
you gotta think like you compete with motherfuckers who probably don't got no job. They
no kids at all.
Going to the studio all day. You know what I'm saying?
What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to like save more money so I can basically have a studio, at my crib. So now when I get home, I can have more time with music. Then also I made a goal for myself. Like, everybody's like, they want to just be rich off real. I made a goal, like by next year, I want to be able to be aware music can like basically take a little bit, like take some of the same money. I can get the same amount of money like I do with my full-time job. Like basically, because I found out, like I've been thinking, I'm like, if I can make at least a little bit enough where I can still pay my bills, I can focus more on music.
Right.
Yeah, like because the job, because you working, most of your bosses don't really care. They don't care about you trying to live a dream. They just want you to come in, clock in,
Exactly.
Do their job.
Right. Like my job don't even know I do podcasting. Because what the hell what is that gonna do for them? You know what I mean? They're not like, oh, you can take time off and do your podcast. Like, you know what I mean? It's all about what you can do for them. So
like I work in retail. Like Ken knows I work in retail, and he knows like I rarely get a weekend off. I rarely do. I'll be there like almost every Saturday. So
if you go in that bitch, like when I used to wear the black fucking gauges, I go in that bitch to get him. He in there every time. Okay.
Yeah, I'm there almost every time. So right now, so basically, and like I know by like part of me, like everybody has that fear, but I'm basically gonna try to take a leap of faith and just basically just go for it. Just as
bro, I'm with you, bro. I'm in that same kind of thought process because I really want to just go all in on.
Yeah, because I'm basically like I'm basically at this point where I'm like, my company don't care about me. Like companies don't care about you. If you sit there and break your leg or die, they just gonna have somebody basically replace you.
Oh, yeah. Your job will be listed back. Your job will be listed in 48 hours, is what they say.
It's like, Chris
give yourself years, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's the dude that was at my job before me, this nigga gave me years of his life to the job, right?
Yeah.
And guess what? You out of there. They got a new nigga that's a quarter your age.
Right.
Hoping they get him stuck in here. And they already done replaced you for the next X amount of years.
Yeah, they replace you like, and you don't even know like the people they hire, like you don't know like the person that like that new hire is probably your replacement. You don't even know.
Right. Especially if
most jobs they have you train your replacement.
Exactly.
Up, but that's how they do.
Yeah, I've been in my job for 8 years, but I know if they can get rid of me, they're gonna get rid of me.
Right. You know what I mean? Sometimes you do gotta go full swing with it, especially in the game of music or content creating, anything in general like that, because you got to be able to like I said, be able to be in motherfuckers' faces at every moment, or you will be forgotten. So yeah, man. So like, what advice, before we get up out of here, what advice would you give to other up and comers? You know what I mean? Like 5 years from now, you get a young artist come to you like, hey, what helped you keep your head in the game to get to where you at? What would you tell them? What do you think you have right now that you could tell them?
I would tell them basically it's hell to get to heaven. Basically, like it's gonna be hard. Like there's nothing like if it was easy, everybody would do it. But basically, you just gotta put your head down, and just keep pushing. Like if you really want it, or if you really have that dream, you just gotta go for it. And also, don't listen to the outside noise. Because I remember I used to have friends that when I told them I want to do music, they was like, "You sure you want to do that?" Everybody all been doing music, but I'm like, I'm not everybody. You got to have that faith in yourself that you can do it.
Yeah. That's facts, man. That's facts. So what you got on the docket for you? What's next? What's coming up for you? What's any new music dropping soon? Like what you got going on?
I'm actually working on my new project, Lithium.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause I'm a big Nirvana fan, and Lithium is one of my favorite Nirvana songs. So basically, Lithium is basically the thing they take for bipolar disorder and stuff like that.
Right.
So basically, that's what I'm working on, Lithium, and hopefully, I'm still putting more pieces to it, because like you try to be a perfectionist and you try to make sure everything works. That's what I'm working on next. Then also, I'm probably trying to like see if I can do more shows around, or probably just venture out of the city.
How many songs you thinking about putting on the project?
I'm thinking. I actually got enough. I got songs right now that's unreleased, but that's already on there. I'm trying to add more. So I'm trying to at least have 9 songs.
So do you feel like more is better or less is better? Because I see some artists, like you get niggas like Chris Brown do like 30 song albums. You get other niggas that do like maybe like 12, 14. You know what I mean?
Because to me personally, it's all on the artist.
Yeah.
Like what you feel at that moment. Because me, I don't want to do more than 9 or 10 songs. I think that would dilute like my project. It would dilute it. Like basically, it's just me just putting songs on there that probably has nothing to do with the concept.
Right. Okay. So how long you been working on that right now?
It's been in process. It's been like honestly, because like I would sit there, I would have one thing that I'll go back on it and be like, no, let me change this. It's been like possibly like 5 months. 5 months. I released a song. When did I release that song? So I remember I released a song, 100%. when I released that 100 song, 100%, don't want a piece of the whole thing. That was actually, that's when me starting on it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, because I was gonna ask you, like, how do you make sure songs don't get outdated, or you know what I mean, like, you know, where you might be working on something too long, because you hear, especially like up and coming artists, you hear them saying they've been working on projects for years, you know what I mean, and shit gets outdated, and now you gotta keep shit, now you gotta make new songs, or you might want to still keep that song, but it's old as hell, but you still want to keep it. So like, do you have that
make
problem?
Timeless music,
right?
It'd be easier,
right?
Yeah, make timeless music.
That's true. That's true.
But you got to think they put out Juice WRLD albums, and some of the song like you can tell Juice WRLD shit between Pop Smoke shit.
Right.
Like Pop Smoke shit, you can tell like it was unfinished shit, and they're just throwing rappers on it,
right,
making an album. But with Juice WRLD, you can tell like this nigga probably made this shit like 4 a.m. somewhere and forgot about it. Like,
right. You know, that's one thing I loved about him. Like he put in work. Like, man still got like, they say he got 3,000 unreleased songs. Right. I'm like, bro, you know how much time in the studio you need for that? So basically, and the thing is, we already know like he could probably make more albums, but they won't be like, you know, like X, one of my favorite artists, X. You can hear some of his albums they be trying to release and be so unfinished.
Right.
Yeah. Like X wanna did a song with this nigga.
Right.
Not doing with nigga, or they would just get like him doing the hook. And that's it. And just keep it on loop.
Yeah. So before I let you go, bro, who is some of your big inspirations? Because you had said some people, some top names in there. Because we know Juice, Nirvana. You said Nirvana, X.
Other one was Queen, because I do love Queen. Queen is one of my favorite. I used to listen to the like the Beatles. I'm trying to think of other artists like from like I do listen to like, you know, sometimes I do listen to metal, like, you know, Korn, the Slipknot, because I never like only bag of music I really never really like actually like listen to is like country. Okay. But I'll listen to like I said, I was born in a diverse house. Like we had times like you listen to Prince. I do love Prince. I love Prince. But one of my favorite artists still to this day is Michael Jackson, because you know I love him.
Ain't nobody better than Mike.
No, nobody better than Mike. And like everybody was sitting there as a kid dancing, trying to do the moves, trying to scream like him.
Right. Everybody done did that.
No, tried to do the moonwalk and fell off, and your mom looking at you like you stupid, like what you doing?
Right. There's definitely some dope names. Okay, but before we go, so let's go ahead and get up out of here. What's your plugs? Where can they find you at, my guy?
Y'all can find me on Instagram, c.r.joker c.r.joker 1212 on Instagram. Then also you can I use mostly Instagram, so you can use my follow me on Instagram, c.r.joker 1212.
Okay. And what's some latest music you want to plug? I put up here so they can go check it out.
Y'all listen to Lonelyville and y'all favorite I'll Be Fine.
That's that. That's that heart. That's that shit you feel in your soul right there.
Yeah.
Is that just on just on Apple Music, or is it on Spotify too?
It's on Apple Music, Spotify, and SoundCloud.
Okay. And what's your upcoming project to be looking out for?
Lithium.
And do you have a estimated date for that yet?
I'm gonna try to get it done by October. I'm gonna try to push it. I'm gonna sit there and finally put everything together. Just like I'm just gonna release October. I think if I keep dabbling with it, I'm gonna keep like saying no, I'm gonna keep pushing it back.
So there it is. Expect c.r.joker's project Lithium in October.
All right.
There it is. We'll be waiting. And all right, and we got Kenny. Go ahead, man. You know what to do. Get us out of here, man.
Hey, man. Before I get my plugs in, hey, bro, I just want to challenge you, like in the studio, like just do it probably like a month straight, bro. Just like whatever come up, just let it come out. Just don't overthink it.
Facts.
And then see what you got.
Oh, you say for a whole month? Okay.
Yeah, for a whole month. Just go in the studio, like don't overthink it. Like even if it sounds crazy, like just jot it. And then see what you got. I'm telling you, that shit'll do a lot for you as a writer.
All right, I'm gonna take that challenge. For a whole month. All right.
For a whole month. Hell yeah.
I like
but
that.
Shit, okay. It's your boy Kenny Supreme. You can follow me on all socials at Kenny_Supreme with 2 E's. YouTube, Who is Kenny Supreme? You know, art, media, music. That's songwriting, pans, podcast. Y'all get at me.
And we got that boy Londo up there as well. And you know how he does it. We'll have all his social media going. It's all going across the screen. You know where you can find Londo at. He's there. He's everywhere. And I am Trap_Bambino on Instagram, Twitter, CJ Rush on Facebook, and go follow Trap Talks TV on everything, all platforms. Right. We got it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram,
bro.
All that.
We got all the news updates, like
all the news, nigga.
Okay.
We got all the news. We're like, when,
as soon as some shit happen, I get the news
2 in the morning. 2 in the morning.
CJ ass. I get the
bro. I swear, if I wake up in the middle of the night and some news shit happen, it's going on. I don't give a fuck if it's 1 o'clock in the morning. It's going on the page. So
that nigga literally
consistent though. You consistent.
Apple News,
bro.
Trap Talk
I'm telling you, I be having it. I be the first one. I be like, oh, ain't nobody posted yet. I'm there. I don't give a fuck. But we there. So go follow Trap Talks TV. Go check out all the other interviews we have. We got Los Dinero. We got our homie photographer Daryl Rogers, Underrated Visuals. Go check that out. By the time this interview comes out, the latest episode of the podcast should be out, episode 6. That was a live episode. Go check that out. Yeah, we'll be back with another one this week, and you know how we do it. Everything. CR, thank you for joining us, my guy.
Thank y'all so much.
You know what I mean? We appreciate you. This was Talk Your Shit with Trap. That's c.r.joker, and we are the gang. Boom. Close.